All right, welcome. We're going to dive into a command you probably use, I don't know, a dozen times a day, but you might not really know what it's doing. I'm talking about the copy command, CP.
I mean, you type those two little letters, you hit enter, and poof, your file's copied. Super simple, right? Well, kind of. There's a whole lot more happening behind the scenes than you might think. We're gonna pull back the curtain and look at its secret life. Okay, so at its core, yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. The CP command just makes an identical twin of your file. So you copy, say, photo.jpg to photo-backup.jpg, and now you've got a perfect, totally independent duplicate. Simple enough. And what if you want to copy a whole folder, with a bunch of stuff inside? You just add that little -r flag for recursive. That tells CP to just dive into the folder and copy absolutely everything it finds. But, and this is the important part, this is just scratching the surface.
All right, let's get into the good stuff. How can we level up this basic command to make it way more powerful and, honestly, a lot safer to use?
So, the real power of CP comes from learning its flags. And these are the ones you're going to want to know. They're just tiny little additions to your command, but trust me, they can save you from some major headaches and give you way more control.
First up, we've got I for interactive. And let me tell you, this one is an absolute lifesaver. You know how by default, if you copy a file and another one with the same name is already there, CP just, boom, silently destroys the old one? Yeah. The I flag makes it stop and ask you first. No more accidentally wiping out your work.
Okay, next up is V for verbose. Ever copied a huge folder with like thousands of files and you're just staring at a blinking cursor wondering if the computer crashed? Well, with V, you get a running commentary. It shows you every single file as it's being copied. It's awesome for just knowing that, something is actually happening. And then there's the real power user flag, -A for archive. See, when you do a normal copy, the new file gets today's date and some default permissions. But -A mode, it creates a perfect mirror image. It preserves everything. All the original timestamps, who owns it, the permissions, the whole shebang. For a true backup, -A is absolutely what you want. Okay, so those flags are great. They make copying better, safer, for sure. But modern file systems have this secret weapon that is a total game changer, especially when you're dealing with really big files. Just imagine for a second, you've got a massive multi-gigabyte video file. You need to copy it. But what if I told you it wouldn't take minutes or even 30 seconds? What if you could do it instantly? Like less than a second? Sounds impossible, right? Well, it's not. This whole thing is possible because of a feature called a relink. You can just think of it as a smart copy, and a lot of modern file systems support it. Instead of actually, duplicating all the data, it does something way, way cleverer. Let's walk through an example. Say you have this huge 10 gigabyte video file. We'll call it bigvideo.mp4. It's taking up a ton of space on your drive, and you just want to make a quick backup before you start messing with it. So instead of a normal CP, you run the command with this little magic flag, -reflink equals auto. What you're basically doing is telling the file system, hey, if you can, please do one of those smart copies for me. And here is where the magic happens. The backup file gets created instantly, but it takes up pretty much zero extra space. Nope, that's not a typo. It's just some seriously clever tech. So how on earth does that work? Well, the new backup file isn't actually a full copy of the data. Not yet, anyway. It's really just a pointer. Think of it like a signpost that points to the exact same data blocks on your disk as the original file. The only time you start using new disk space is the moment you actually change one of the files. It's a system called copy on write, and it is incredibly efficient. Okay, so let's tie this all together. What does this actually mean for you for your day-to-day work? What it means is you now have this super simple 3-step workflow for making instant, space-saving backups of even the biggest files you've got. Step 1, find your big file. Step 2, use that -reflink flag. And step 3, just enjoy your instant space-free copy. This is a legitimate command line superpower. I mean, the takeaway here is massive. You've just turned a slow, space-hogging job into something that's ridiculously fast and efficient. This completely changes the game for how you can think about making quick snapshots or duplicates of your work. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?
We just found this incredible secret hiding inside the humble little CP command. So if copy has this trick up its sleeve, what about move? What secrets might the MV command be hiding? Well, that's something we'll have to dig into next time.